Pol Pot was the leader of the Khmer Rouge, or Red Khmer regime. It ruled Cambodia from 17 April 1975 until January 1979, when Vietnamese army overthrew the regime. The Khmer Rouge regime wanted to establish a classless communist state based on a rural agrarian economy and rejected the free market and capitalism. To do this, they abolished money, free markets, normal schooling, private property, private transportation, foreign clothing styles, entertainment, public gathering, and religious practices. Public schools, pagodas, mosques, churches, universities, shops, and government buildings were closed. All wear black costumes. But the question is, why did Pol Pot choose to kill his own people? Revolutionary ideology? Pol Pot was driven by a radical communist ideology aiming to transform Cambodian society. He envisioned a society where everyone would work in rural areas, free from urban influences and capitalist values. The Khmer Rouge targeted and executed those they deemed impure, including individuals associated with the previous regime, the educated, capitalists, and urban dwellers. Upon seizing power in 1975, they swiftly eliminated thousands of former government officials, soldiers, politicians, and bureaucrats. Urban residents were forcibly relocated to rural areas to engage in agricultural labor. Purging of enemies. During Pol Pot's regime, individuals deemed threats to the revolution or associated with the previous government, intellectuals and professionals, were systematically executed. This brutal purge aimed to eradicate potential opposition and ensure complete control over the population. Starting in 1976, the regime escalated its purges, targeting anyone suspected of disloyalty. Merely wearing glasses became grounds for execution. Interrogations frequently led to the arrest and execution of additional individuals. Social engineering. Pol Pot aimed to reshape Cambodia into a self-reliant agricultural community by coercively moving city residents to the countryside and abolishing currency, private property, religion, and cultural norms. Yet poor initial rice harvests resulted in allegations of internal sabotage and dissent. This drastic societal restructuring was imposed through brutality and coercion, resulting in extensive hardship and loss of life. Pol Pot's paranoia had a profound impact on Cambodian society during his regime. It contributed to an atmosphere of fear and distrust, leading to widespread suspicion and surveillance. People lived in constant fear of being perceived as disloyal or as potential threats to the regime, which stifled dissent and individual freedom. Furthermore, Pol Pot's paranoia hindered effective governance and decision-making. His deep-seated distrust of others meant that he relied on a small circle of loyalists, which limited the diversity of perspectives and expertise within the regime. This contributed to the implementation of misguided policies, such as the forced relocation of urban dwellers and the disastrous agricultural reforms, which exacerbated social and economic hardship. The staggering death toll, with estimates ranging from 1.4 million to 2.2 million lives lost, paints a grim picture of the Khmer Rouge's reign of terror. The meticulous documentation by institutions like the Cambodian Genocide Project at Yale University, which recorded 1.7 million deaths, underscores the magnitude of the tragedy, representing a devastating 21% of the population. Pol Pot's legacy is one of profound human tragedy, highlighting the catastrophic consequences of unchecked authoritarianism and ideological extremism. The scars left by his regime continue to haunt Cambodia, serving as a somber reminder of the importance of safeguarding human rights and preserving democratic values to prevent such atrocities from ever happening again.